Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
A one-year-old girl rushed to the hospital in critical condition tonight after being shot on Detroit's west side. Off the top tonight at 11, police now have the girl's mother in custody and say she's the one who pulled the trigger.
Investigators say the mother opened fire during a dispute with her neighbor that started with a delivery mix-up. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with the night cam.
The shooting occurring on the 4000 block of Tyler, that's Davison-Livernois area. An unimaginable scene as a mother pulls out her handgun, starts firing. One of the bullets striking her own child sitting in the back of that Charger there. Now, police tell us this all started over someone eating someone else's Uber Eats. They had a delivery of chicken. It wasn't meant for them, it was meant for the neighbors. That's when the neighbor came over asking about her chicken, starts fighting the person that ate it. While police were en route to the scene, the run got updated from people fighting with hammers to
shots being fired. Our officers arrived to see a number of people engaged in an argument, some fight. We were able to get that scene calmed down, at which point we discovered a young child had been struck with one of the rounds that was fired. Our officers took quick action, getting that child to the hospital, where the child is currently in critical condition.
You'll notice here, as the evidence technicians open the door there, the bullet holes in the side of that Charger. Evidence markers being placed around the vehicle. Evidence technician now leaning in, placing an evidence marker on that child's baby seat. Police do have the shooter, the mother, in custody. Again, the child is down at Henry Ford Hospital in critical condition. That is the scene on the west side tonight with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, updates coming on that as they're available. Now today, state reporting 9,010 cases, though that's over the past 2 days.
That averages out to just over 4,500 per day. The state also reporting an additional 62 lives lost to the virus. Late tonight, the FDA issuing an emergency use authorization for Eli Lilly's antibody treatment to fight mild and moderate COVID-19 cases. Here at home, Beaumont Health is reinstating visitor restrictions for non-COVID patients. Starting tomorrow morning, visitors will be limited to one family member or friend. The policy affects Beaumont's Royal Oak, Troy, and Grosse Pointe hospitals until further notice. Meanwhile, the state of Michigan is rolling out a COVID tracking app that's now available to download.
It can give current data, but it also has the ability to send you an alert if you've been in close contact with someone who's tested positive. Mara McDonald is live downtown. I guess we know the app is free. How many people will use it's a different matter.
Well, Devin, that's exactly it. It's free and it's voluntary, but the success of this whole idea really depends on how many people decide to participate. The app is available in both the Apple and Google App Stores, and on it you can check all the COVID stats. But it can also alert you if you've been in close contact with a COVID positive person. That means within 6 feet for 15 minutes or more. But, and it's a big but, the app depends on users anonymously putting their diagnoses in. Here's how it works.
They would receive from their local health department or from MDHHS a randomly generated PIN number to be able to anonymously share their COVID-19 positive test result. That in turn would then allow them to notify other people who they've been around.
Downloading the app or sharing a diagnosis are both voluntary. The app would determine whether you were in close proximity by Bluetooth, not GPS.
We don't track the information of the users and we don't know who is using the app. It really is something that is this simple, anonymous, free way to be able to know if you've been exposed, know if you should go get tested, and consider quarantining.
Back here live, it's really clear that the state believes that this app is just another way to help with contact tracing. And Michigan is not the only one that has something like this already up and running. Already states like Virginia and Arizona have something similar. Devin, Kimberly, we're live downtown tonight. Back to you.
And Mara, I understand before the health department actually rolled this out across the state, it was being used in Ingham County. How did it go there?
It sure was, Kimberly. As a matter of fact, they started this thing off at MSU when MSU had that huge rise in cases. And according to the university, they say this was very helpful in trying to stop the spread.
Yeah, remains to be seen if people will actually use it, as you said. So, okay. Mara, thank you.
A viral video tonight is leading to a police investigation in Macomb County.
It involves a now former employee at a Ford dealership in Romeo. Priya Mann has the dash cam video at the center of it all.
There is nothing more fun than sitting here on the side of the road like this in a cop car.
An employee of Elder Ford of Romeo was allegedly caught on dash cam video trying to intimidate drivers in a customer's retired police car. The 2014 Ford Taurus looks like an older police car. The customer said there was close to 20 incidents of the driver speeding recklessly, at one point waiting for a car to pass, and making an illegal U-turn, then accelerating behind a car, imitating an officer about to pull over a driver. Elder Ford of Romeo responded to the allegations on Facebook, saying they're taking the video and actions involved very serious. We do not stand for this kind of behavior within our organization. We are working with the customer as well as taking proper measures to handle this matter right away. It appears as though the employee didn't know the customer had a dash cam in the vehicle. Halfway through, he knocks down the camera, changing the angle of the recording. The Elder Ford worker was filmed for about 2 hours taking the retired police car on a potentially dangerous joyride. The customer dropped off the vehicle at Elder Ford of Romeo on Friday to have a recall of the suspension serviced. When the owner picked up the car, he got suspicious. The customer noticed that over 20 miles had been test driven. A quarter tank of gas was gone, and the gas mileage had dropped from 18.8 to 9.7.
Yeah, you might have recognized that Christmas jingle at the end there. This driver apparently in a festive mood. That will likely change now that police are investigating. Elder Ford of Romeo says this worker no longer employed there. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann.
Okay, Priya, thanks.
2 days after Joe Biden's projected victory, there's still been no concession from President Trump. And tonight, despite thus far little or no evidence of fraud, Attorney General William Barr is authorizing prosecutors to, quote, as he put it in the memo, pursue substantial allegations of voting and vote tabulation irregularities prior to the certification of elections, end of quote. Alice Barr in Washington with the latest.
Wrapping up his first workday as president-elect, Joe Biden making clear the pandemic is his first priority.
We can get this virus under control, I promise you.
Meeting today with his new pandemic advisory team, Biden celebrating promising news of an effective vaccine in the pipeline, and until it's ready, making a bipartisan plea for masks.
It doesn't matter your party, your point of view. We could save tens of thousands of lives if everyone would just wear a mask.
And while President Trump has not conceded the race, pushing ahead with a series of legal challenges, the president-elect today declaring,
I will be a president for every American. This election is over.
This election is not over. Far from it.
Trump campaign advisors continuing to allege widespread fraud without backing it up. Even conservative Fox News cut away from the press conference today.
Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this.
But tonight, word that U.S. Attorney General William Barr is authorizing federal prosecutors to investigate if they do find substantial allegations of fraud. Supporters, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, are standing by the president.
President Trump is 100% within his rights to look into allegations of irregularities.
While former President George W. Bush and 4 GOP senators are among the few prominent Republicans acknowledging President-elect Biden.
Alice Barr, Local 4.
All right, Alice, NBC News, by the way, now reporting the Justice Department's top election crimes prosecutor has resigned tonight in protest over Attorney General Barr's memo authorizing investigative steps before the election is certified. Charges are now filed against a driver in a crash that killed 2 construction workers.
29-year-old Ryan Musselman of Belleville is charged with 2 counts of operating while intoxicated, causing death. The crash happened Saturday morning on eastbound I-94 near Harris Road. State police tell us 2 Lansing men, a 23 and a 29-year-old, were killed. New questions tonight in the Egypt Covington murder investigation as state police name one of the people arrested. 34-year-old Timothy Moore of Toledo is charged with first-degree murder. Moore has a long criminal history in Michigan, including drug dealing gun crimes, breaking and entering, and a felony charge right before Covington's murder in 2017.
In my opinion, he should have never been able to be around Egypt, around anybody.
Moore is being held without bond. State police have not yet identified the other person arrested. They say the investigation is ongoing. Still ahead, a longtime OBGYN facing disturbing allegations is convicted in federal court.
What prosecutors say he did to his patients during his 4 decades of practicing medicine. Ben, what a day it was. Let's have another.
We will, Devin. In fact, today was 3 in a row for record highs. Tomorrow we'll make it 4, and that's all she wrote of that. We'll show you the big cool down coming up.
All right, Ben, but first, Pfizer claims its vaccine is 90% effective so far. What we know about the treatment and how soon it could be available coming up.